What's up, Rebels? My name is Justin. Today's workout is going to be an upper body, so we're going to be doing chest and triceps today. So what we're going to do is 6 rounds. We're going to do 3 exercises per round, so we're going to repeat. So you need 2 sets of dumbbells, right? So I would recommend a medium and a light. I wouldn't go too heavy today. So I'm using 30s for my medium. I would use a 20 for my lightweight, so just keep that in mind, make your adjustment based on that. Should take us about 30 minutes to get through this. Again, chest and triceps, and we're going to do a cool down together. That is everything. So we also need to do a warm up because we are working muscle groups today, so we'll warm up our upper body. All right, so just give me a few seconds and we'll get the music going and we will start our warm up, or we might do it with no music, we'll see. All right, here we go. Dumbbell chest press. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Control weight up, control weight down. All right, take your break here. 20 seconds. If you need water, grab water. If you need a towel, I'll do that as well. And do that during these breaks. Okay? All right, so we're back to the same thing. All right, dumbbell chest press. Like I said, we're doing each exercise twice. All right? All right, pick them up. Let's go again. a standard push-up. Ready? Dumbbell chest flies next. Guess the hood doesn't bother me if I'm laying down, but so this is going to come out from the side. Still using my heavier weight. Hang here. Do the same exercise again. All right, here we go. Good. All right. Chop your weight. Get ready for your push-ups. We're going to go wide this time, so just widen your stance or your grip. And we're not gripping anything. So go wider here. Working more of your chest. All right, nice. All right, back to your weight. We're gonna do dumbbell skull crusher. So grab your weight. Remember, this focuses on your triceps, so keep your arms straight, bending only at your elbow. See how we're only bending at the elbow? Bring the weight directly down to your forehead, your nose. And you can see really obvious it wouldn't be a bench for this. It doesn't even offer a greater range of motion. But since it's here, I'm going to use it. Good. Rest. You do the same thing again. All right, here we go. starts for push-ups. These can be hard, so you're gonna come down into a plank and push up from there. Down into a plank, push up from there. Again, focusing on the tricep. So plank, and then push up. Down to plank. All right, nice. All right, we're gonna do narrow chest press this time. Still using the heavy weight. This time, keep your arms close to your body here. So pressing up like this. All right. That burns those triceps. All right, take your break here. We're gonna do the same exercise again. Now we're down to the 30 seconds. Remember to keep breathing here. All right, here we go. Same exercise, 30 seconds this time. Oh, that's rough. All right, the weight's down. You're gonna do narrow push-ups, diamonds if you will. So get your hands as close together as possible, diamond, narrow, whatever you can do to get your hands close together, focusing on the tricep. Very good. Let's do an overhead tricep extension. So if you want to sit on your bench, if you want to get down onto your knees, if you want to stand, whatever you want to do, again, using the heavy weight, we're going to go just for an extension up over the head. Overdone it on the weight there. At 30 pounds, I'm going to drop to a 20, my lighter of the two, for this next set, okay? So don't feel bad about doing that. If you understand the weight is too much, drop it down, okay? Good form is most important. If your form starts to suffer, drop your weight. Same exercise. Very good. Shake that out. It's pretty rough. Back to that narrow push-up. Okay, so do your best here. Get your hands, your fists close together. Focusing on the tricep again, all right? We're burning out these triceps today. All right. This weight out of the way. We do dumbbell low flies, so you want to use your lighter of the two weights. So I'm going to switch my 30 down to a 20. It's your gear. You bring the weight out front. It's almost like a curl, but you're just not curling at your elbow. Arms stay straight. Try to bring the weight up. And again, control the weight up and down. Don't just throw it up and control it down. All right. Not really using this right now, so I'm going to slide it out of the way for a second until we come back to it. All right, get ready for the same exercise. Shake out what we just did, and we'll get right back to it. Waist out your side, up. Alright, very good. Shake that out, put those out of the way. And do archer push-ups. So you're going to come down to one side, back up the middle, down to the other side, back up to the middle. Okay? Archer should remind you of like pulling a bow. So go wide, and you're just going to go down to the right and back up. Down to the left and back up. All right, very good. So that's an archer. So as you go down, right, it kind of looks like you're holding a bow, and you're back to the middle, and you go down, it's like you're holding a bow. All right. All right, let's get back to this dumbbell chest press. All right. Press it out. All right, I'm too low on my weight, so I'm gonna go back up. So I didn't go back to the heavier weight from the 20s. So still on my light weight there. All right, same exercise, ready? have a push-up board, use it. I'm going to use mine. Standard push-ups. This just offers a better range of motion, but it also puts you right back in the same position. So I know I'm staying consistent, all right, and that's important. You want to be as consistent as you can whenever you're going back and forth to these push-ups, okay? Now I'm going back to a dumbbell chest fly. So this, remember, fly comes out to the side and pushes up. Ready? Very good. All right, same thing again. This time we're back to our 30 seconds. Ready? All right, nice. Weights down. Back to your push-up board if you have one. If you don't, perfectly fine. We're going wide now. So wide push-up. And for me, that is moving the handles as far out as we can on the board. All right, good. 20-second break. Skull crushers, okay? We did this before, all right? Again, hinging at the elbow, okay? So the weight should come down to your forehead or your nose. Good. Break. Same exercise again. This time we're at 30 seconds of work. Ready? But this time you can't really use this because you're doing skull crusher push-ups. So this, you're going down, remember, to that plank and then pushing up. So it's hard to use a push-up board. So starting your plank, then push up. And down. Those can be difficult. All right, narrow chest press. So again, your arms are close to your body as you push up with your weight. So kind of keep this part of your body right here. Elbows tight against your body. That's tough. All right, we got 20-second break, and we're doing the same thing for 30 seconds. All right, you should definitely be feeling this in your tricep. I know I can. All right, let's get ready and go. All right, that's tough. Okay, weight down. Let's do diamond push-ups. So hands close together here. All right, good. Move that out of the way. Overhead extension, okay? Whatever weight is appropriate, all right? I'm back to my lighter weight of the two, okay? I'm actually at my heavier of the two, so I'm going to drop down one more time to my 20, all right? So I'm using the lighter of the two weights for these overhead extensions. And that's great if you can use the heavier and then drop to your lighter for the first and second set. It's a lot of work. So if you can do that, do that. Challenge yourself. Or use the lighter weight for the longer stretch, and then the heavier weight for the shorter. Good. Remember, we're trying to maximize here, so do the best you can. All right, narrow push-ups. That prepped, okay? Dumbbell low fly. So remember, I'm using my lighter of the 2 weights. Out, bring them up. All right, good. Weight down, take a break, do the same thing again, right? But this time for a shorter period. Drop it down to the 30 seconds instead of the 40. Ready? Good. Weights down. Just gonna drop them in my cradle because it's easier. All right, to the archer push-up. So I'm going wide. Remember what I said? You're going down to the left and down to the right, like an archer pulling their bow. So down to the left, up to the middle, down to the right, up to the middle. Good. Nice, good job. And out of the way. All right, good job today. All right, let's get into a cool down phase. So I'm gonna drop these gloves. All right, start off with that left hand against the wall. Put your left leg in front and just slowly stretch out that shoulder and the chest across here. Breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay. Let's go to the other side. So now your right leg is in front. Stretching out the right shoulder and the right chest. Check that out. Go ahead and grab your elbow here, stretching out your tricep, stretching out the shoulder still. So again, your right hand should be kind of reaching towards your scapula here. Other side. Left hand, reaching for that scapula on your back. Check it out. Remember, we're at a point now where you can do these static holds. So put your hands together, pull down, okay, like you're holding a heavy weight in your hands. Feel this across your shoulders and your chest. Did this as part of our warm-up. Now you can hold it for much longer. Good. Check it out. All right, let's move our head for some head rotations. Again, this is still stretching your shoulders, even though it's really working our neck. But we did a lot of work here in our upper body, so we want to loosen up these muscles, make sure they don't get tight after that workout. Okay, let's go the other direction. Good, come back to life. All right, back down on the floor, all fours into a child's pose. So this is stretching your back. So the fingers like they're locked in place. Pull back. Good. Come back up. Let's get into a cobra position. Stretching out our core here. Remember to keep breathing. Good. All right, let's get a reach through here. So one arm out, the other arm just reaching through. Put your ear to the floor. Back up, go to the other side. By now your breathing should be back to normal, all right? Let's do some huggers here. If you want to bend kind of at your waist and keep doing those huggers, but your hands stay in the same position so you're more stretching your arms and your shoulders than you are your chest. Like a hanging scarecrow here. Good. All right. Very good. All right, Rebels. Thank you very much for joining me for this upper body, chest, and tricep workout. My name is Justin. We'll see you in the next video.